Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You have been warned. Here we see myself putting together a kit for Jim to build, modeled or copied more or less out after a Hobby Lobby Super Cub kit. I made some changes to make it a little easier for Jim to work with. Nothing major. Anyway, here I'm making up some ribs, as you see, and some shear webs. And here you see Jim's workboard where he's put things together. Those little triangle or those little right angle pieces are help with alignment. And Jim putting in the what's he putting in there? Oh, the last rib on one wing, which you see is starting to take shape. And there you see it. One wing done. Or really not done, but almost done. To make the center section between the two wings, I made some ribs which are slightly smaller, so that we could put the balsa sheathing over the top of it. Here I was cutting out the dihedral brace, and here we are putting that sheathing on the center section. Jim doing most of it. Here we're holding it together. We were saying at this time, of course, Morrow wouldn't be doing this. He'd have a special rig for holding this down, or maybe just a bag of frozen peas or something. We're holding it a bit while the glue dries. And we see Mom relaxing peacefully, looking very comfortable. And here we are, almost done with that center section. And mating it to the wings also. And here's Jim doing some covering. We're using this light span, which is sort of like paper. It's a step up from paper, from tissue, but not the same as the thermoplastic stuff that's most commonly used these days, which we try a little later, you'll see. Anyway, he's getting the wrinkles out. Here's a tool I made for Jim, a little guillotine-like thing for used two purposes actually. Morrow put some glue in this little container for Jim, which he could squeeze out, and we could use that for squeezing. And also, you see here, with a razor blade, we're able to cut off. Jim's able to cut off pieces to whatever length he likes and whatever angle. I think I'll make one for myself. Worked out pretty well. Here we give Morrow a chance to get involved, because he loves it. His first opportunity to work with that light span, which looks okay. Anyway, bottom line, here you have a wing. Jim later painted some of this balsa parts red, but there it is covered. And here we get going on the fuselage. Every member is about twice as thick and therefore twice as heavy as the, or more than twice as heavy, I guess, as the original, but we wanted to make it strong. So we did, and Jim's following the plan and putting it together, as you see. This is his workstation in at home, and here is the finished fuselage, more or less finished. Here we get going on the tail surfaces. Starting the covering and some of the painting, and just about ready to put it all together. Yep, here the hinges are installed, and this is a quick shot of the landing gear being made from landing gear mount being made. There's the electronics, and we made I made a pink foam windscreen. Lots of strength and easily shaped, as you see. You can see the brushless motor we're using. And there the fuselage almost completed. We did try some of the more modern heat shrink plastic material. Jim likes the transparent, so we're putting it on the bottom here, and you see Jim's able to do it fine. it is much handier. The other stuff you have to actually use a put balsa lock on the balsa first. It's a glue. It's a heat-sensitive glue before you put that paper-like stuff on. This, of course, has the glue and everything, or whatever, the adhesive stuck in. It sticks itself with heat onto the balsa, and then you shrink it up, as you see, with a bigger iron, or you could use a smaller iron. Just takes a longer. And there's a finished GeoJim.
Yeah, so it's not resting on the edge. Good.
And outside on the ground. Took a few shots in the parking lot. Here is a calling card, Jim's calling card, with the GeoJim special shown. Here you see the thing moves. It actually does. It runs, it taxis. And, of course, soon comes the big day, the big fanfare, and it's in the air. Piloted by Morrow. He brings it around for a flyby, hopefully. The cameraman can keep up with it. Here we go. Coming by, the GeoJim. Turned out to be a nice flying plane. Love the feel of it, the balsa, etc., as opposed to the plastic styrofoam. Here we see a low approach, and around he goes again. Here we see final approach coming in. Take a good look at the GeoJim. Touchdown. Not too pretty, but that long grass strips it up. But the GeoJim survives fine. Ready to fly another day. That's all for now, folks. Tune in for more adventures.